SPMP サイドストーリーくんねちぷ
Previous overview. Kanasiapu was scolded by her mother for leaving her sister and acting separately without permission. And she knew that her sister could not return yet, and she spent her days regretting that she had been separated from her sister. It took a while for me to hear from the next person looking for my sister. They said they had gone over the sand mountains to Odinupkoden. But we had never been there, so there was no way they could get information about my sister, and they asked my mother if she had any idea where she was going, but my mother said I don't know. I think it's for my mother's own reasons, but what I'm curious about is where my sister is now. Maybe my sister is no longer in that house where we were. The people who were accompanying us were talking about preparing to cross the mountain, so if we had already crossed the mountain, it would be too late. My sister goes to a place far away. I'm not interested in the country or the priestess, but I can't embarrass my mother by acting selfishly again. I wish I could hear directly from Susa. But I really wanted to know why this happened, so I asked my mother to tell me the meaning of country and priestess, and she said that I didn't know the details, and instead told me exactly what Susa had said. Susa said that a country cannot be called a country without the presence of a king and a priestess, because the group controlled by the king and the priestess is the country, the king rules the people and the land, and the priestess's role is to connect and guide us with the gods. I don't understand it at all. I think that connecting with God and connecting with ancestors have different meanings, but what kind of God is the God that Susa is talking about? I also don't understand the meaning of governance or control at all. If my mother doesn't understand, I can't understand it, but if this continues, many people will be left with misunderstandings. I think Susa's words about wanting to prevent the river from overflowing are true. I don't know what that story has to do with the story of the country, but it's definitely a source of misunderstanding. I'm sure that some of the people who left Kodan this time didn't really want to leave, and there are probably people who have been separated from their loved ones. If the misunderstanding is resolved, will it be possible to go back? If we are separated, will our feelings also be separated? I feel like my sister has gone far away, and my anxiety only increases. But I won't change. All I can do now is wait, but I'm sure I'll bring my sister back. In the meantime, let's talk to my grandmother and find out what I can do. When I consulted my grandmother, the answer I was looking for was just around the corner. Ancestral trees. My grandmother said that from the tree of her ancestors, she could feel the thoughts of those who prayed. I didn't know that. My grandmother told me that my grandmother and mother were able to feel the thoughts of people who prayed just by touching a big tree, and that if I prayed a lot, I would eventually be able to do the same. But I don't want it to take a long time. My sister can't hear the voices of her ancestors, but she prayed every day, so I think she still prays. Maybe I can feel my sister's feelings. Then I may find out where my sister is. From now on, I need to pray more and be able to feel a lot of things. Grandma, tell me a lot. After that, I prayed a lot with my grandma every day. But I was only recently able to feel my ancestors, and I couldn't feel the thoughts of the people who were praying. The more impatient I became, the more frustrated I was because I couldn't feel anything, but I felt like my sister was close to me while I was praying, and I felt a little safe. Today's story ends. The continuation of the story will be updated tomorrow. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.